Do you hear that? Just the quiet hum of the air conditioning because the kids are asleep. Okay, they're not asleep, but they aren't here right now. They'll be back a little bit later, and I'm gonna take a nap. After this little story time, I'm in my luxurious bed, one of my favorite places. Um, I was sitting here thinking about just the little silly things kids do, and I be thinking like, ugh, I just did not do those things when I was younger, but I did. I did some bad stuff, y'all. Like that one time I burnt Aunt Betty rugs in her kitchen. So this was right. I decided to tell y'all this story because I just was thinking about Cece the other day. She was in the bath, just splashing, and like I'm not one of those parents that stop a child when they having fun if they not bothering me. Like my daughter would talk to me all day. And at this day she had talked to me all day because I was like, you're not about to be on that tablet all day. So she like, all right, girl, bet. It talked to me all day. I was like, who is she in the dash? She's slashing it. It does sound very intense, but I'm gonna let her live. So we're leaving the house. I walk by the bathroom. There are puddles of water on the floor. She steps on the rugs. Water is sloshing out. I'm like, pick up the rugs. Let's just wash them, put them in the washing machine on a quick load because that's not going to dry. Anyway, me. I burnt Aunt Betty's rugs. I think I was like 6. And I liked going to Aunt Betty's house because she would let us dress up. She had the best earrings, like glamorous clip on, bedazzled jewel, pearl, like beyond earrings, heels. She gave me my first heels to play in. They were like 2 inches, stiletto little heel, and it had like the little fur, like it was the clear plastic with the fur on it. I loved those shoes. Used to be tipping around her house in them shoes. I loved Aunt Daddy. Like Aunt Daddy is just, she dresses, honey. To this day, 70 plus years old, she still dresses. Okay, like always looking good, looking nice. She got the stockings on. Um, she just always look good. Hair always done. Aunt Daddy is in her 70s. I've never seen Aunt Daddy without her nails done and some lipstick on. Okay? Like, she always has it together. But Aunt Betty didn't cook like that. And, like, I hated eating at her house if we had to spend the night. Because, like, usually my mom would, like, drop us off at, like, McDonald's or something. But if we had to, like, spend the night over the weekend, she had to cook for us. And it would be, like, fried bologna sandwiches and, like, Marie Callender frozen cherry pie. And I hated it. I hated it. But anyway, so at my grandmother's house, we had a burner on the stove, and it was the back right burner. I remember which one. And it didn't always come on when you clicked it on. It was just go click, click, click. But no fire would come in the gas stove. So, um, uh, my mom would like get the paper towel, roll it a little bit so it had like a little tip, and then turn on the front burner, take a little bit of the fire, light the back burner, and then turn the water on and hurry up and put out the fire, throw the napkin in the trash. I would see her doing that, and I guess I found it for use for later. Anyway, we at Aunt Daddy's house. She took us a towel on the floor. It's cold in her living room because I think she only had a space heater. This was a long time ago. It was the 80s or 90s, because I was 6. Yeah. Um, so that was our heat for the night. I wake up probably around 6, I guesstimate. And I go in the kitchen. I see the burner on. I turn on, I think it's the right front burner on. I turn on the left front burner. It works. It doesn't need help to get on, but I still want to do it. I don't know. I don't know. So I get the paper towel, roll it up, and I take fire from one burner to put it on another burner. And of course, oh, and then he had these two rugs in her kitchen, one in front of the stove, one in front of the sink. Peach, they were peach, very light. The fire, of course, gets big fast. I drop the paper towel onto the rug, douse it out with a cup of water that I quickly fill up. Rug has some, of course, black char on it because it was burnt. I dispose of the paper towel and try to, you know, ruffle the little fibers of the rug to see if some of the black will come off. It didn't. I go lay back down. The something in me wasn't done. I sat there and I vacillated back and forth, and I did the same thing again. I went, I got a paper towel, I turned on the other burner and put the paper towel in the fire. And this time I tried to make it to the sink, and I made it to the second rug that was in front of the sink. I doused it with water. I cleaned up the paper towel, and now I look at these two rugs, and they both have burnt marks on them. I go lay back down. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble, I think. And I think I go to sleep. I don't remember. But anyway, my mom comes and she goes into the kitchen eventually. I think she's there for like 15 minutes. She's like, Daddy, what happened to your rugs? They look burnt. What is wrong with your rugs? And she's like, what? Sure, what are you talking about? So auntie go in there. She's like, oh, I don't know. What is this? Why are my rugs burnt? And I hear all this going on. My mom goes to my sister because my sister the one that's always in trouble. I don't ever be in trouble. And she said, Sharice, did you learn Auntie Daddy rugs? Tell the truth. My sister is knocked out. My mom had to wake her up. She like, no, no. I hear all this questioning going on. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And she like, let her go down. And she like, okay. She like, one of the girls had to do it. And she like, Camille, did you burn these rugs? And I'm like, no, I just do the same thing Sharice do. No, I didn't do it. And she like, one of them had to do it. And Sharice was like, it wasn't me. And I finally just break down. I'm like, it was me. And my mom was like, Camille. Like, my mama was so hurt. And she said, don't lie to me. Why did you lie? Why did you do that? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why I did that. So my mom and my auntie start arguing about what they gonna whoop me with. My auntie wants to whoop me with this little plastic fake plant that she has. My mom, like, that has like little you remember those little fake plants that had the fake flowers and the wooden sticks, like, that were kind of glittery. She wanted to whoop me with that. So my mom finally just take off her shoe, because my auntie has gotten a belt. Like, no, we can't whoop her with that. Like, they're disgusting what they got to whoop me with. My mama takes off her shoe and tears me up. It's the worst whooping I ever got in my whole childhood. It hurt so bad. She whooped me. And I I just was so sad. And then my mom starts crying after she said, Camille, all we have is our trust and all I have is your word. You can't lie to me. And that honestly hurt worse than a whipping. And do you know, I never lied to my mom ever again. Like seeing her cry and be that hurt that I lied to her. I never lied. Like even as an adult, I just wouldn't talk to her. But to lie to my mama, nope, never ever again. I don't know why I burnt those rugs to this day. All right, that's my story time. What have you done that was just silly as a child? And did you get spankings? Did you lie to your parents? Let me know in the comments.